sounded like a yes back here. Yeah. Weekend, you look forward to it.
Nobody listens.
All day.
Yeah. Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. Wednesday, August 14th, 2024. I'm Mayor Chris Martin, calling to order the regular session of the Board of Public Works and Safety. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Adrian Grant.
Here.
Chris Martin.
Here.
Jacob Pomasa.
Here. We're going to start today's Board of Works meeting with a public hearing on the clubhouse. Jan, if you would like to come to the mic for us, please. This is for the agreement of the clubhouse.
Yeah, the Parks Board has recommended to the Board of Works to accept our recommendation to hire Shepler Construction LLC, Inc. and it is our contractor or developer of the clubhouse at Dyckman Park Municipal Golf Course. We did a thorough review of the two. We had a proposal from Shepler, of course, and one from R. Yoder Construction from Napanee, Indiana. And the Shepler Construction proposal was had higher points. It had a lot of the things that we were trying to accomplish. We also appreciated that they'd already taken time to give us a concept drawing. This is what they'll base their construction documents from. And we feel like they also have a lot. They showed us a lot of the contractors that they were going to be working with, and so, or subcontractors, I guess that's the word. And a lot of them were local, and we really like the idea of that being as part of the project as well. What else was there? We've worked with Shepler many times before in the past, not only with the Parks Department, throughout the city, and feel like we'd get the product that we really want from them. So I guess now I guess this is a public comment period, so I don't need to say anything more from. So,
all right.
Unless you have any questions.
Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak on the board of the BOT, right?
Yeah.
For the clubhouse. All right.
Seeing none, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
No, I just need you to, and I was under the impression that it's simply if you vote to move forward with the agreement, that's enough to have that in the minutes, so I don't have to have a resolution or anything like that.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Once again,
So do we want to make a motion to accept the recommendation to enter into the agreement with Shepherd Construction LLC?
after the public hearing is closed, correct? You want me to close the public hearing first, or can we do that in the public hearing?
Public hearing.
Oh, fantastic.
That'll be the end of the public hearing.
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna come.
I like that. Okay, so one last time, anybody in the audience who would like to make a comment, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for us. All right, seeing none,
I'll make a motion to accept the BOT agreement with Shepherd Construction for the construction of our new clubhouse.
I'll second.
any further discussion? Call for question?
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, it is 3:03 PM and the public hearing is closed. Moving on to the regular session of the Board of Works. We will start with the approval of minutes for the August 7th, 2024 meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
All right, next is the approval of claims for $6,720,096.68. This includes claims of $92,707.48, longevity pay for $3,659.16, grant claim $2,150, ordinance 2024-11 intern $2,500, trash claim $111,680.04, TIF and industrial park claim $2,500, TIF combined claim $5,000, and draft Huntington investment $6,499,900. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Second?
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Any public comment? Anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment? Please come to the microphone, state your name and address for us, please. Seeing none. No old business, on to new business, contracts and agreements. M.R. Loudon and Associates LLC for a concrete ramp. Jan?
This is for, at Spitzer Park, into the Eel River. We've been after this for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So this is part of the Logansport Reimagined programming, and so we're excited about having this done.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
I'm really excited about that. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the contract with M.R. Loudon and Associates LLC.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, next is the armory rental agreement for the mother-son Nerf war.
Yes, and it's November 14th is when we're holding that, and I think it was $150 to rent the armory for that event.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract for the armory rental agreement for the mother-son Nerf war.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Next is Dykeman Golf Course RFP, which we already approved.
Yeah, I don't know if this is supposed to be in there or not.
Okay. All right, next is the Mount Hood Cemetery's monthly report for July 2024. Bob?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Afternoon, Bob.
We prepared for interments as needed, cleaned the grounds, did a lot of locating of graves, maintained the equipment, trimmed the Grant Street edge and ditch, cleaned up 2 large fallen trees at 9th Street. We had 11 total burials, 4 traditional burials, and 7 cremation burials. We sold 7 graves. We drove 1,135 miles/hours and used 440 gallons of fuel. A total of $300 was mowing and 35 gallons of fuel for trimming.
Wow. A lot of work. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the Mount Hope Cemetery monthly report for July.
Second?
Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Next is the rental property inspector's monthly report for July. Christian?
All right, so for July, I inspected 32 parcels. Out of those parcels, 124 units were in them. 8 parcels were new inspections, 24 parcels were re-inspections. I was able to hand out 6 certificates for July. For the rental registry, 5 new registrations came in. None were removed. For the vacant registry, 2 new registrations came in, and 2 were removed. For the month of July, I was able to send out 82 letters. And that does it for July.
That's awesome. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the rental property inspector's monthly report for July.
Second?
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
Thank you, Christian.
Thanks, Christian.
Thanks.
Next is the fire department's monthly report for July. This will be Chief Miller's first monthly report.
All right, so for the month of July, the fire department answered 158 alarms. We didn't have any structure fires. We had 9 false alarms, 1 vehicle fire, 4 vegetation trash fires, 111 first responder calls, 1 extrication, didn't have any rescue calls, 1 hazmat, oil dry, 7 service calls, gas leaks, assisting other departments, 6 with power lines, 6 smoke and odor calls, and 12 motor vehicle accidents, 105 residential, 23 business, 3 factories, 2 nursing homes, 3 government property, and 22 were on public streets and highways. We didn't transport anybody in E10, and the inspector did 9 new inspections, 21 re-inspections, and 21 annual inspections.
Very good. Make a motion to approve the fire department's monthly report for July.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmsall,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, next up, officer promotion.
All right, officer promotion, please accept this letter requesting the promotion of Bradley Shively to the rank of Assistant Chief. Bradley will be filling the spot left vacant with my promotion to Fire Chief. Brad is a 23-year veteran with the Logansport Fire Department. Bradley has held the positions of Training Captain, House Captain for Logansport Fire Department. Bradley holds many certifications, including Emergency Medical Technician, Fire Company Officer, Fire Instructor, and Rope Rescue Technician. I am requesting that this promotion be made effective August 14th, 2024.
Mr. Shively, did you have anything that you wanted to say? Where's? I guess there's that. I'll make a motion to approve the officer promotion of Bradley Shively.
Second?
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Jacob Palmsall.
Yes.
All right, congratulations. All right, next we have a new hire.
Please accept this letter requesting the hiring of Brady Bear with the Logansport Fire Department as a full-time firefighter. Brady is a 2023 graduate of Logansport High School and resides in Logansport. Brady has been employed by the Home Depot since 2023, November of 2023. Brady was an intern at the Logansport Fire Department during his senior year of high school, where he obtained the certifications of Hazmat Awareness and Operations and Firefighter 1. He came back to the Logansport Fire Department after graduation to obtain his Firefighter 2 certification. He has also taken an EMT class. Brady will be a 4th-generation firefighter for the Logansport Fire Department. His grandfather, Bob Bannon, was a former fire chief. His grandfather, Richard Bear, was a captain. His father, Rick Bear, was a former fire chief and is still active on the fire department. There has never been a 4th-generation firefighter on the Logansport Fire Department. Brady has successfully completed the Logansport Fire Department Pension Board hiring process and has passed all mandatory screening required by IMPERS. I am requesting that this hiring be made effective August 14th, 2024.
All right. Brady, did you want to say anything?
Thanks all my family and friends.
Come up to the mic. Yeah. The public has to hear you.
Oh, yeah.
So I was going to say thanks to my family and friends for helping me and my parents for sacrificing their time for my training, and the Logansport Fire Department for giving me this opportunity to keep the fourth generation going, and the state of Logansport to say thank you for this opportunity also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fourth generation, that's amazing. All right. I'll make a motion to hire Brady Bear to the Logansport Fire Department.
I'll second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmacell.
Yes.
Congrats, Brady. Exciting stuff.
Swearing
I like
after.
it. Yeah, and then we will swear in after, yes. All right, next up is the Street Department's monthly report for July 2024. Tony?
Afternoon.
Hello.
Tony?
So for July, we hauled 458 loads of brush, took 87 loads of compost bags to the compost site, spent 91 hours cleaning catch basin, 122 hours doing cutbacks, and 255 hours were spent at the compost site, and we worked 124 hours of overtime.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the monthly report for July for the Street Department.
Second?
Call for question.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmacell,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Next is the dumpster ordinance violation for waste management.
Yeah, on July 3rd, it was approved by the Board of Works to fine Waste Management $500 a day for a dumpster that they had no right to put on the street. They moved it on the 16th, so now we're just asking for permission to send this letter on and fine them $7,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the dumpster ordinance violation for waste management.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Palmacell,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right. Next up is the city street closure request for the Cass County Roosters.
Yeah, this is a one-day event, excuse me, on September 7th. It'll run from 1 to 11. I don't have any problems with that.
Very good. Oh, it's Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, September 7th. Free admission, live music, food, and beer. It'll be at the Iron Horse Depot Museum from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m.
The new Iron Horse Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
Nice.
I'll make a motion to approve the city street closure request for the Cass County Roosters.
Second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmacell.
Yes.
And next is applications for curb street cut, NIPSCO, 1530 Treen Street.
Yeah, this is to install gas line, and they'll be boring under the street, so no asphalt will be disturbed.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the applications for curb street cut for NIPSCO at 1530 Treen Street.
Second?
Call for question.
Jacob Palmacell,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Code Enforcement Week, monthly report for July. Randy?
Thank you.
All right, for July, we had 20 inspection days. I did 484 inspections, averaged about 24 a day. I sent out 98 letters for trash. We had 50 properties cleared. We sent out 8 citations. We had 1 cleanup that we did. Did 21 trash container warnings. Had 8 notices to appear. We had 5 properties brought in. We had 3 properties that were ordered to clean up. Tagged 24 cars. We had 24 that were removed. We had 1 that was towed. I sent out 98 first notices for grass. We had 65 of those cleared. 17 of those had to be sent over to the street department. We had 41 second notices, 29 were cleared, and we had 12 that had to be sent over, and I had 11 properties that needed added to the seasonal mowing list.
I'll make a motion to approve the Code Enforcement's monthly report.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Palmacell,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, next up is the Code Enforcement Weekly Report.
All right, last week we sent out 14 new trash notices, had 27 properties that we got cleared from the weeks before. We still got 49 that are pending. I had 3 citations sent, we did 4 trash container warnings, 3 notices to appear, 4 properties brought in, and 2 property cleanup ordered. The three properties that got sent notices were 604 Culbertson, 1011 North, and 905 Plum. Tagged 4 more cars last week. We had 8 that were cleared from the weeks before, had 1 towed. 27 first grass last week. We had 16 that were cleared. We had 11 that we were possibly sent over. We had 4 second notices and 7 that needed to be sent over. And then we had 2 more properties added to the mowing list.
Make a motion to approve the code enforcement weekly report.
Second?
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
All right, next is request for property cleanup or multiple violation properties. Is there anyone here to represent 1809 High Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This was just bug furniture that was left out. This was from July. This property, we've already had to do 1 cleanup on this year, and we had fines placed on it at the time. The fines and stuff still have not been paid for that. And we're back again. We still have to go clean this one up again, too. And it's just not putting it out at the right time, just leaving it out for weeks on end.
I'm noticing the brown containers again.
Don't get me started.
Just like, okay. So Randy, you still need this cleaned up?
Yeah, we still need to do a property cleanup, and we want to place a fine on this property.
Is that furniture behind the blue?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like furniture, and they got cushions out there, and there was trash stuff behind that as well.
This is their second one this year?
Yeah,
Okay.
and the first one we had to do a cleanup on, and still haven't got paid for that one either.
Yeah.
We've had no contact or response, and I've knocked on this door multiple times, so.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the request for property cleanup at 1809 High Street and initiate a $250 fine.
Second?
Call for question.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin.
Yes. All right, next up is 20 Cliff Drive. Is there anyone here to represent 20 Cliff Drive? Please come to the microphone, state your name for us, please.
Tony Derringer.
All right, Randy, go ahead.
All right, this instance started on July 2nd. We got another complaint about the trash, debris, the scrap wood and all this. Mr. Derringer and I have talked since January, I think off and on, and we'd have verbal deadlines on when we were gonna meet stuff or something was gonna get done. And this got to this point of bringing it in because I feel like we need something dead set in writing on where we're going from here. Dead set, this is the due date, this is when this is done. You know, the new pictures I gave you, he has made tremendous headway on cleaning everything up compared to what it was. But we still have a ways to go, and we still have a lot of things that need to be addressed and taken care of. On my aspect of it, there's just a few things left, like the trailer was tore down, we need to get that removed. There's an old vehicle that's broke down back there. We probably need to get that out of there as well, and we need to get some of these other weeds and stuff around the house knocked down, clean it up, make it look a little nicer. Most of the wood and stuff has been organized, it does look a little bit better, but still, we are talking from January to about a week ago before we got to this point, maybe 2 weeks ago. But it took getting a notice to appear in order to get to this point.
So do we have you submitted a plan of action of your detail, what's going to get done by when you're going to finish your house, siding?
That wasn't even presented to me, so no, I have talked to him. Hold on. Okay, am I responding at this point since I'm being questioned? Okay. I have photographs. I was cutting up things in the snow. My grandson took the video. So So I have been working on this since winter. That is true. I had emergency bypass surgery 4 years ago, and to my fault, everything got completely out of hand. And I have no objections with anything he said. I drive by my own place and said, I want to barf. I'm not going to lie. It was bad. Now, as far as the progress, the whole east side of the property is where we began to clean up. We had trellises that were 14 years old. All that was completely removed, trees. I was unable to do much of anything other than go to work for the past 2.5 years after a year of transplant recovery. So I did get behind. If you looked at that side of the property, we made amazing progress. We spoke in April on a plan with some vacation time. My wife then, on that date that I said I would be off to do the work, had emergency surgery. That can all be documented. I didn't know what I needed to bring to you. In May, my daughter had required surgery in Indianapolis. To understand why those are big influences, my job only allows me a 3-day weekend every 5 weeks. This is in the 8th month. If you calculate it out, you will understand I would have only had 7 opportunities to be off. However, we have been 5 manpower short out of a 25, I believe, manpower staff. We just released my 7-day work schedule 3 weeks ago. So I apologize that it has taken me longer. I have, since his last notice, I started making a log. You're more than welcome to read through it. I only have 1 day. I have not worked on the property. 1. And that was Saturday. I got off of work at 12 o'clock on Friday night, had to be back at 7 on Saturday morning, and worked until 8 p.m. Saturday night. So I did not get anything done Saturday. I put in at least 1 hour every day. I handle a lot of 10 and 12-hour shifts where I work. So as far as the going forward, no, I did not bring a plan because for me, it's whatever he says is the highest priority. And that is how I've handled it. If he said the camper, which he repeated it a couple of times, I went to the camper. If he said the pile of wood, then I went to the pile of wood. So I would tell you that in 30 days, it'll all be done, not the house.
This is part of why we're here now, is because we have had this talk, and I know life happens, and we get that. But when it keeps going and it's the baby steps, it's like, I need to have something in writing on record that says we're gonna have an end date, so we can close this out and I can move on to other problems. Because going back and spending 15, 20 minutes each week, or going through and checking it once a week, twice a week, is taking too much time out, and it shouldn't have to spend time on a property. I'm not asking for a fine or anything like that. I just want a good plan of action on how we're gonna get your property back in shape. What are we planning on doing? That's all we're asking for at this point. To start, I mean, there's issues if, like you said, you were doing work on the inside, you were using the wood for that and that stuff. I understand that, but we need to see permits where you're actually gonna do the work. Get the building permits. Show me that that's what you're gonna use it for.
Well, exactly, because if you don't have the permits and you have the materials all out in the yard, we have no way to verify that you're going to be using that.
Right.
If you have an active permit and you're going to be working on it, we're going to be lenient on that kind of stuff, because you're not allowed to have it just sitting in your yard.
Right.
But, you know, if you do that, then we'll help you out a little bit so you can get it done. If you're not going to do that, then that's part of what has to be cleaned up. When inevitably, if you don't do it, the city has to come in and do it so that, you know, your neighbors and, you know, the community don't have to look at it. So that's where we are. We'd rather you do it and get it done and not have to deal with it. And that's what we want to know, is how you're going to get it done. I mean, if we're saying 30 days, what can and should we get done in the next 30 days so that we can come back here after that and say we're...
And if he believes he can have it all cleaned up and done in 30 days,
yeah,
I'm great with it. As we can get some of this other stuff that's around just cleaned up and straightened up, and kind of look at it from, I mean, you said that you look at your property and it makes you sick. Look at it from the perspective of somebody just driving by.
Mm-hmm. I have no complaint. I've already stated it. I have no complaint. It got out of control.
Yep.
I simply was trying to get you to understand, due to my work schedule, emergencies, In June, my weekend was spent with the unexpected death of my stepfather with my mother. That tied up my days off. Then in July, my sister-in-law unexpectedly died the night of July 4th. There went my holiday, there went my time off. That's not you guys' problem, and I'm not asking it to be your problem. I'm simply saying, he pointed out in the past week, week and a half, whatever, that things got done. That time frame has had no family emergency interrupting anything I worked on, anything that I was doing, and I proved that when those other things don't occur in my life, I'm doing everything he's asking.
Right.
And if he wants to come by, which we've tried to connect, that has not worked out. He's been very busy. I work a lot. But I would appreciate it if in the next week, he could come by and literally just stand there and say that, and that. And from that point on, I will have exactly that done.
I could do that.
So would you be willing to return September 18th with?
Absolutely. Whatever you need me to do, because I'm asking you to work with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that the man just sat right here and said he can see I'm doing it. Life is not beating me right now, and thus I'm getting it done. The goal, that's, I think you brought up, I didn't apply for house permit because, as he pointed out, the property needed a major cleanup. I didn't come in to ask for working on the house. Till my property looks suitable and is cleaned up. I have not been working on the house except on a rainy day.
Right. But when you tell me
Yes, I work.
the materials and stuff are gonna be used in the house, that's where, like Jacob even pointed out, if we have the permit on file, we know what it's gonna be used for. We can't just go by what you're saying you're gonna use it for, but we have no deadline or anything. With a permit, you got a 1-year deadline. Finish it.
Yeah. That's my misconception on that. I didn't do it for that reason. I've got a door, I've got OSB. A lady drove into my house last year. They finally settled with me, I don't know, 6 weeks ago. So I couldn't do anything till it all got settled because they have lawyers, etc. That has all now been cleared. 5-6 weeks ago, she ran over my lawnmower. I couldn't get rid of a lawnmower that looks like somebody ran over it till they settle. I have somebody that wants the motor, so that'll be gone here quickly. So yes, I have building material. I didn't do anything with it. I was waiting for these other things. I had to wait on that claim to get all settled and try to appease the things that he rightfully is saying need taken care of. The one vehicle, it broke down. My brother had a truck for sale. It was just quicker to buy the truck. I haven't even got to test to see what was wrong with it. I may need something as simple as a fuel pump.
Right.
But, as he pointed out, if you drive by my property and you got a vehicle sitting nice in the driveway, not running, but you got a pile of wood, I felt like the cleanup aspects were far more important. And same thing with the motorhome. I have a motorhome, and he said people were under the impression, he told me to move it. I moved it. Then I moved it again. And so that's how we handled those things. I am trying to do what he asked. I had 4 back-to-back months with things I could not control. We did just release the 7-day work week. I'm not on that anymore. So barring any catastrophe at work, I am supposed to finally get a coworker next Tuesday. That allows me scheduled days off. I haven't had that all year long.
Yeah.
So,
No, completely understand.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming in. I mean,
Yeah,
that's huge.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the
A
big
lot of
thing, is
people.
getting, we wanted him to actually come in and they present what was going on, because, no offense, but I get a lot of calls on your property.
oh, I believe
And
it.
if I say X property at this location, everybody knows who it is. And they keep saying, well, you're not doing anything about it, you're not doing anything about it. We are doing stuff about it, we have been trying. There are other reasons, but that's part of why we wanted to get him in today. If he has a plan of action, we could sit down with a black and white plan of action, and we have an actual target date of the 18th
Yeah.
to have everything completed, well, that we want done, and we're good.
Yeah.
That should be able to stop a lot of this stuff.
So ultimately, what we're gonna do is table the 20 Cliff Drive for September 18th.
Okay.
So then September 18th, you just come in with Randy, whatever you guys do to figure it out,
Yep.
that's on you guys. You guys can figure that
If it's
out.
cleaned up, it's
So
done.
we three will see you again on September 18th.
I do want to point out, we have some things that need to be disposed of, and I am in the process of sorting through those, and we plan on having a dumpster. We've already planned on that, but till I got through things as to what was and was not worth keeping, because a lot of it was given to, I had beams given to me, literal beams for making an authentic, I lost the term, the wooden look, did I get it right? More of a cabin look to a room for my wife. Well, I couldn't turn them down, but I did not organize them, I just brought them in. So when we get through some of that, that's why I'm fairly certain by next month I won't have a problem, because what needs to go will be gone. And like I said, he just agreed he'll come by and we'll go through step by step, and then I'll know what thing is a high priority for him. And we'll go that route, and I think everybody will be pleased when it's done. When that's done, then I have vacation time, and I mentioned this to him back in April. I've saved it to be able to work on the house. If I use it to clean up the property, well, then you're gonna have another year of looking at my house look like a dump. So I am trying to be smart and overcome the obstacles I've run into.
We appreciate it.
Self-made, most of it, I'm sorry.
There you go. No, that's fine.
But the thing is, now we have a target.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing, is we have a target.
Let's get it done.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah, it's
want.
there, that's for sure. Awesome. All right, I will make a motion to table 20 Cliff Drive until September 18th.
Second?
Call for question?
Jacob Palmasol?
Yes.
Chris Martin?
Yes.
Adrian Grant?
Yes.
All right, you're good.
So,
Tony?
if I miss your call, my wife will wake me up,
Okay,
and I'll call you back, because this is important, we both want it done.
all right, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here? Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. Is there anyone here to represent 18 Park Avenue? Seeing none, go ahead. Oh, you got, oh, there you go, Park Avenue. Okay, there you go. You're over that way.
It's all right. Adam Callisto. I'm here on behalf of Vinod Gupta and Wiper Corp.
Gotcha.
This property has a $500 fine placed on it.
Okay.
Mr. Gupta emailed me 2 days past the appeal date, and I did tell him that if they showed up today, we give them a chance to appeal it. The issue is this property now has had 3 notices for mowing this year. One of them we've actually had to mow, the last one, and then had 2 trash already this year. And that's why we ended up with the $500 fine.
Everything else paid up to this point?
At this point, he has paid all the mowing billing, the notice to appears, everything is completely paid as of today except for this.
Great.
And if this is placed or not.
We see Wiper Corporation in here a lot. That's why it's not hard to place a fine on Wiper Corporation for that
Absolutely.
reason. So is there something that we're working on within the corporation?
Absolutely, 100%. I have been working just with the last up 2 or 3 years now. He's had several property managers. He's all over the country, I'm sure you know. But I can only get to the homes I know are mine to look over. He had an old set of managers that was handling the Logan Sports, our city, Winnemac, all that area. They recently parted ways, and I just keep slowly getting these homes sent to me. I've spoke with him a couple times with similar issues, not this property though. But I literally was going through my phone just now. It has been cleaned up. The porch is all cleaned up. The garage is all cleaned up. It's all good. As soon as I found out that it was mine to take care of, I mean, I'm on it. I have my mow crew there. I have my clean out guys there. I found out about it though, July 23rd. I've had a newborn at the house. It's been a little bit hectic. However, I know my crew is on it. I have pictures from the 25th. Granted, not within the parameters, but like I said, I can only do what I know is mine. So as soon as I get made aware, 100%, I'm there. He has my personal contact information. I would like to say in this forum, please, if you guys can think about it, we can make me the first point of contact.
I gotta send it to the owner on record.
Oh, that's fine, but if you
And
could
so-
CC me also, that'd be
Well,
fabulous.
we'll get that, if we can get that
They're
information.
very
to
busy
there,
people,
so-
and I'm an afterthought to them, I promise
Yeah.
you. So, if you could just.
Because like this
move a
one
little
was
bit.
done on the 3rd, July 3rd.
I was just
was
reading the
when
paperwork.
issued.
Yeah, it's been
And they didn't
going
get
on.
to him to the 20th, which,
23rd is when
23rd.
I got the text from the home office saying, hey, 18 Park. And I had actually already met with the former tenant, because it was rented out. I don't know.
we were told it was under contract.
Oh, they're buying it on contract?
Yeah, that's what we were.
Okay,
told.
well, so I was under the impression that the people that were there before, whether they were renting or on contract, I don't know. I think that's more of a non-stance, is he doesn't know why he's getting charged for trash and stuff, if that was the case. But he's an old guy. I mean, I try to I try to do what I can to help navigate it, but it's weird waters sometimes, man.
Sure.
But if I could just be thrown in the loop a little bit, it would help all around, because I take my job serious and I know the narrative kind of around Wiper Court, and I will do anything I can to kind of change that.
Awesome, that's great, yeah.
Well, with that being said, I have no problem waiving the fine for 18 Park Avenue
I appreciate
at
it.
this point.
Yeah, I'd say
Just to
without-
see what you can do.
Definitely.
With-
And now, I will say, I haven't been clearanced to get in there and do work. I know that the face of it is, I mean, it needs siding, it needs power, I'm gonna at least power wash it. But I might knock off some more tiles in the meantime. It's a rough home. He doesn't take my opinion when I say don't buy these, but, hey, we'll get there eventually. But no, I'll do what I can, I promise.
We're very patient as long as you communicate.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty responsive, so please, again, if you could just, I'll get you my email.
Yeah,
If you mind, I'll write it down real
yeah.
quick.
I want to give them the
Yeah, you bet. It's just,
timeframe of no more.
Yes, yes,
Please.
yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that?
So when we grant appeals, it's typically with the caveat that
They won't have it.
within 6 months, if it happens again, then the appeal, is rejected, and
Absolutely.
then the next fine is placed on top of that.
Absolutely, no, I understand completely, guys, I really do, I really do. I will, I'll get the eyesores taken care of as soon as I know they're my eyesores.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I appreciate that.
And yeah, I appreciate you guys being patient with us.
So I will make a motion to waive the $500 fine on 18 Park Avenue as long as there are no violations within the next 6 months.
I'll second.
Call for question?
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Almaso.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Randy. All right, board
This
member
one-
comments.
well,
We are going to still add this.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
this is different.
All right, I'm going to make a motion to add the request for the Logansport Parks and Recreation Board to accept and maintain Iron Horse Park in the city of Logansport.
Second?
Call for question?
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Jacob Almaso.
Yes.
All right, so this is to the members of the Logansport Parks Board. Please accept this request to maintain and preserve Iron Horse Park as a public space in the city of Logansport, Indiana. This is to include the newly improved Iron Horse Depot and the surrounding public commons spanning from Melbourne Avenue to the alley. This park is the culmination of many years of hard work and collaboration amongst city officials, community organizations, and private residents and business owners. The award of a ready grant from the state of Indiana helped the city to complete this project with little need for local taxpayer funds. The residents of Logansport should also be proud of the work done by our two local contractors on this project, Scheffler Construction and Dykeman Excavating. Iron Horse Park will serve as a gathering space for the community and as an extension of and trailhead for Little Turtle Waterway. The activation of the Iron Horse Depot as a community space with ADA compliant restrooms and a Logansport Rail History Education Center adds to the impact that these new downtown commons will have on visitors and residents alike for many years to come. The City of Logansport is proud to hand over this property to the Logansport Parks and Recreation Department for management and for all of the people of Logansport to enjoy. I will make a motion to approve the letter.
I'll second.
Call for question?
Jacob Almaso,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Adrian Grant.
Yes.
All right, now board member comments. Adrian.
I don't have anything to do.
Deputy?
No, I mean, enjoyed the 2 ribbon cuttings we had today. Very exciting, finalizations of those projects we've been talking about for a long time, and just makes you excited for what comes next, too.
Exactly. It's amazing what happens when you have patience. Trust me. I do want to put to rest, once again, the idea that we are, one, a sanctuary city. We are not. Let's just put that to rest. Stop asking. We are not a sanctuary city. The second one, we are not a smart city. Stop bringing it up. You cannot look at what you see on the internet and social media and take that for fact. It is not always true. So I just want to put those two things to rest. Please stop asking about those two things. It's not happening, nor is it going to happen, those two things. So I just want that to be very clear for the public to know and understand. So I appreciate that. All right, miscellaneous business and any matters not already considered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right, seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 3:43 PM.
Second.
Call for question.
Adrian Grant,
Yes.
Chris Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Have a great day. We're